Hello again. It's again me. I will review the game from IGLO. The black player was Thuran and white was crzmshrm. This is from the G group. And first I would like to stress that I found some disturbing text in the chat, like about some player called Maxim being drunk. I can say that I know Maxim very well, and he surely was not drunk. He is very nice and sober person. Now we can go into the game and review it. The game, as usual, for the Thuran is an interesting game with a lot of nice moyos. It was also a roller coaster, so there will be some sudden changes of emotions, I hope, for you. For now it's nothing strange. White decided not to add a move to this one and just place the Sezon, which is alright. I don't know what the plan was, but it is not a mistake. And we played the O17 move, which is not that common. The most common is this one, but this is also fine if only we have the ladder. I am talking about this ladder, and we have this ladder, then we can play this move. And usually black will play locally. White will just push. This is the most reasonable move in this situation. And white generally has two responses, like this or like this. And this is what I think should happen. And now we can play away, but usually we play some exchanges, these exchanges first. And very often black will add this move. And in this situation white has a choice. White can add a move here, which is big, and then black will usually play Tanuki, or we can play Tanuki immediately. And in this situation we should play Tanuki immediately. And this is why I think that black should not make all of these exchanges if he will not get center. We can just now go and play some Tanuki here or there. But I think the exchange 1 for 2 is important, because if we don't play this exchange, the white move here at O16 is much stronger. So generally I would expect something like this, and this should be fine. By the way, the other move, this one, is also possible, and I will only show one Joseki. I will show it because I like it very much, not because it is good in this situation. This one, where we gave up the Ponuki and take the corner. This in some situation is alright. Here it is not great for white because black already has a living group on the left, so it should be good for black. But it is possible in some situation to go for that exchange. Okay, white got some moves in center, so we have a big corner, and black has some weaknesses. It was all in center, so easy for white to get it. But still we have the weak stone here, and we will see what will happen to it. White will just try to leave. And after these exchanges, the white group is more or less alive, I would say, so we can play away. Generally, I think the whole situation on the right was a success for white, because we got a nice territory in the corner, and because we lived with the group that was not supposed to be that easily saved, I would say. Okay, now more or less we take all the edges, so we need to decide what else, and we can see that black has some influence possible, but it is very hard to make a moyo. it is much easier for white to create something on the left side. So naturally, as black, we want to just make it smaller, to invade or reduce the left side. And black did this. But I am not sure if it is the best move, because it is very shallow. Like when we mark the ending of the moyo, the line between them is this one, and we play on the right to it. So it is a very shallow reduction. I believe that black idea was not to reduce this as much, but more to create by himself. And maybe it was a good idea, but in this situation, white can even ignore this move, because it does not threaten to like go very deep and just I don't know, maybe try to reduce the black position and maybe attack the stone soon, maybe something like that. In the game, white answered, and maybe it should not be answered, because black played lightly from this stone anyway. We now try to create. We create here and we create here. So we have two places to create, and probably we will get one of it. In the game, white just invades like this. This move is also important because it makes our group even more alive. And now we are surely alive. And we also go into the black's area. Black tries to stop white, but white goes from the other side, and this is all fine. Like this is a good way to play. Reduce from this, and now on the lower side there is no moyo, and there will only be this one. But now white started to make some questionable moves. For example, this one. We are helping black connect with his groups, with these two stones. They were not really connected, and now we help them connect, so there is no agi. And white tries to reduce the lower side, and I think it was too much. Now the most important place for both players is this area. Like lower side is not that interesting because it is hard to get more for black, and now I guess black will have to play this one, which will get some additional points, but not that much. So I would focus on the upper side. In the game, white tried to reduce the lower side, but black just ignored and take the territory in the center. It is hard to make territory in the center, but I think it is alright for black. Black got some very needed territory, and now white tries to go in, and I think it is a bit too late. Now we just need to reduce it or just play some big move. Maybe it would also be good to make some follow-up and make some big invasion on the lower side. White tries to get something, and there is a fight, but in this fight I think black should be fine. For some unknown to me reasons, we did not connect here, which is a very natural move that I would expect. This looks like a no-brainer. I am not sure what we were afraid of. Like there will be some shape for white, but black can fight, and it is not easy for white to make a living shape here. Like maybe we will escape, and black will take the territory on the upper side. I think black should get something from attacking this group. In the game we play this. Maybe black thought that white needs to come back, and if it is true, then maybe it will be a good exchange. But it was much too risky. Now white just plays here. White does not care that much about these two stones. Black can cut, and as white we should be happy. We just cut this one, and white is happy. So in the end, black got cut, and white just connected his group. And black got territory on the upper side, but the problem is that now these stones can be under attack, so it was a big price to pay for the territory on the upper side. And now suddenly it is very hard to live with those. There are more or less dead, I would say. Black tries to rescue them, but it is very hard. And after several moves, black will just resign. So the game was rather good for black for most of the game. Maybe not most of the game, but some of the game. And suddenly we just collapsed. Very unfortunate for black. Okay, let's sum up the review. Here, usually we don't play the tanuki, at least make this exchange. The only downside of this exchange is that, or one of the downsides is that we cannot make this ladder variation. But we don't have the ladder anyway, so we can't make it. And if we don't play it immediately, then surely white will play here, and there will be no ladder. So we should play it, just one exchange at least, and we can continue with the sequence here. And here probably white will play tanuki, and we will get m18 in center later, or here. White can play locally, white will play there. Maybe it was better to make sure that white will not leave on the side with moves like this. White will have to jump out, but now we can chase. White just lived very easily, and we don't have the group to attack, which is not ideal. This, if we want to reduce, we need to go deeper. If we want to create ourselves, maybe we can start with this one. At the beginning white played well, but these exchanges for sure are not good. We cannot cut, and there are some cuts in this position, so we just help black with the shape. And white did not see that black is getting territory, and when we saw it, it was too late. There was some fight, and in this fight, black just did not connect. This should be very natural to connect like this. It is very often good move. Very often. White got the stones in the center, and it was the end. Okay, that was all. I think in this game there were not many mistakes, but there were very impactful. Like they changed a lot, and the game ended very quickly. Anyway, this would be all from me. Thank you for listening, and don't listen to the people who gossip about the drunk Maxim. Not possible to see Maxim drunk. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.